Hudson County Democratic Organization Assembly candidates Angela McKnight and Nicholas Chiaravalloti, as well as Hudson County Executive Tom DeGise, hosted a campaign meet and greet at the 440 Diner in Jersey City on Tuesday, May 12th. District 2 Freeholder Bill O'Dea, who's supporting McKnight and Chiaravalloti, said his support for the Assembly hopefuls came after they asked for.
Well, look, I like them. They're friends. I know Nick a long time. Tommy and I, we have our differences from time to time, but, we get along 90% of the time. So I think they're hard workers. I think they care about Hudson County, and they came and asked for my support, which is key. There's an old Tip O'Neill thing. He asked his neighbor, "You voting for me today?" She said, "No." He said, "Why not?" She said, "You never asked me." So they both sat down with me and asked me to support them. I know the other candidates. They're friendly. They're friends of mine, too. I know Joe for a long time. I know Ray. Not saying they're bad candidates. Wouldn't say a bad word at all about them. I know Bruce, too. Does a lot of good community stuff. But, I met with them. They told me what they wanted to do, and they asked for my support.
I followed up by asking O'Dea if he was fully happy with his decision not to challenge DeGise for county exec.
Yeah, I'm happy. I mean, am I ever fully happy? We'll always second-guess ourselves. But, at the end of the day, I still have an ability to get so much done. You've come to a lot of the meetings. I'm not quiet. I carry the day. I didn't always carry the day on that board, but I get to carry the day more often than not. And I have so many other things I'm doing in my life. So, yeah, I mean, I regret it a little. You'll probably always regret things a little. But, it wasn't like I viewed Tom DeGise as an enemy. It wasn't like I viewed him as an evil. I kind of thought I was maybe a little better. So at the end of the day, I came to kind of grips with it. He's still good. The future will hold some other things for me.
Chiaravalloti, addressing education policy, said there's been a commercialization and corporatization of charter schools.
So a couple of things. I think when we first talk about public education, we need to recognize that a funding formula was created, with Governor Christie, working with the state legislature, and that funding formula has not been fully funded. And that directly impacts the residents of Jersey City. Okay, and that's part of the challenge, is going down and speaking about this issue. The second thing is that, everyone wants choice. When you talk to parents, they want choice. They want their kids to go to the best possible schools. I think the challenge with the charter school law is that the charter school law, was written in 1995. The whole idea was community schooling, where community leaders would get together with parents and build charter schools that were very local focused, a lot of parent control. That's not the reality we see on the ground today. The world has changed since 1995. And what we've seen is the commercialization and the corporatization of charter schools. And that I don't think anyone can support. We can't turn public education into a profit center. That doesn't work. The reality is that our Constitution in New Jersey calls for fair and equitable education, and that's what every elected official needs to fight for.
McKnight, who is a board member of the Jersey City Community Charter School, declined to answer questions from Real Jersey City. Finally, I asked Chiaravalloti if the Bridgegate controversy surrounding Governor Chris Christie represented the criminalization of politics.
Well, look, I think in general right now we have an atmosphere in Trenton that comes dangerously close to hitting the tipping point like we hit in Washington, where Democrats and Republicans are vilifying each other. And I don't think we can afford to do that. Okay, the only way to move New Jersey forward and to produce resources for the 31st Legislative District for Bayonne and Jersey City is to work together and to compromise. And I think, Speaker Prieto talks a lot about the need to compromise and have open dialogue. In regards to Bridgegate, I think anyone who looks at the facts sees a callous action on the part of the government. And I think any time the government, is completely disregards the health, welfare, safety of its residents, there's a problem there and it needs to be an investigation.
I'm Michael Shuren with Real Jersey City, the talk of the town.